blind in one of the qualifiers. Apparently, he's a Grandmaster Willow player too.
I just had like that record scratch noise play in my head once I saw the little tagline under that just said "As Dark Willow." That is crazy. That is so many games of Dark Willow.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. How long has this hero even been out for? It's been a while, but even then.
Not long enough for that.
Yeah, no. All right,
Wow,
well,
yeah, that's crazy.
Boots first, huh? Oh, boom. Full stats. Did you give a prediction? I don't remember. Your favorite one team?
I did not. I would probably go on Navi's side. I think overall I'm kind of favoring them as a team versus team, and then I think their draft is a little bit better. I don't have any big problems, though. I think Nande's been crazy. Yeah. I think his anime just looked awesome. If he joins into some of these earlier engagements, I'm curious to see how much value they get out of Snot Rocket. Because this looks like one of the less valuable ones that we've seen. But maybe with Nande joining in a bit earlier, he can be the one to kind of take advantage of that.
There were possibilities about some Pango last pick or what we suggested the Ember, right? The VP. So now that we see...
Yeah.
Of course, we wouldn't have known what the offlane would have been for Na'Vi because they had to flex it with the Pain pick, but would you have been a little bit more confident with the different mid laner to get more value out of the Snot Rocket?
Yeah, I think so, but I mean, I understand why they could. That's why I like the Ember so much. It was basically like it was a trade-off. It was like, yeah, you're going to have a bad lane, but the game plan's good, but I mean, you really can't afford to have a bad lane in the year 2025. So I understand the need for the Queen of Pain. And not only like a bad lane, but you were going for a winning lane. Unfortunately, they obviously pivot to this puck, so it's more of a just like, we're going to get out of here lane.
Well, we'll see, though. This is, I believe, a free farm lane for either. I don't think it's going to be... We're going to see, in particular with this matchup, the Queen of Pain just maxes Scream. And Sanctity, of course, will be completely okay with the phase shift. I think mid may be a little bit more boring to stick on the anti-mage as well. Like you said, Nande's looking incredible. This hero is also 3 for 3. So far, I believe Yutoro with 2 games and Nande with 1. Actually, maybe Nande lost the game.
Either way, it's looked good. Even in the losses even have been very solid. So yeah. We're certainly enjoying our time watching more anti-mage gameplay.
We'll see again how this goes in the lane though, up against Boom. High stats. Wonder where the points are gonna be. Like if we do see him still put a little bit more points in the Jingu, or if he'll maybe consider something else because of the enchantment.
Oh, we don't need to. We gotta look away when the CS are getting missed like that. You know.
Yeah. This is a bronze.
Yeah, there we go. Get out of there. Yeah.
I have to. Unless he just doesn't have Dota Plus, but if I see a bronze tier monkey off lane, I think they maybe forced him to play it.
I believe in the power of the Boom.
Boom is...
Like, surely he was practicing this hero before. When he was a mid player, this was a mid hero still, occasionally.
Yeah, okay. It's been a while.
It's been a while, but you know, he was also a mid player what feels like a while ago.
Yeah.
At this point.
I will say, with the previous Secret roster, with Boom's transition to the offlane, I think it took him some time to adapt to this role. But I think for a long period, then once he did adapt, I thought he was the best player on Secret by far. I was incredibly impressed. The games that I was at least watching from that Secret roster, Boom really, really impressed me. And that has continued to be the case when I watched him play offlane after that game.
Well, hopefully he can start to turn it up here, because right now we got Animators looking good. We got Queen of Pain looking good in the mid lane. Solid last hits at the moment. The bottom lane we haven't talked about too much. Got Shad on the Gyrocopter. That's pretty much where you're pinning all your hopes and dreams as Na'Vi. This is a certainly like you can carry the whole game kind of style. You have a lot of control from your allies, and someone's going to do the damage, and that's pretty much going to be a bloodlusted Shad. And so far, his lane's fine. You know, they're just doing classic gyro stuff, just pushing it out, rocking the flat cannons, harassing, so it's hard to actually go aggressive on you. And Carrie's doing a good job too, because it can be annoying playing this ogre into the bat. Oh, especially when that happens.
How in particular, like, what is he doing? Do you feel like what is assisting Shad in this lane on the ogre? One of the frustrating matchup in the bat rider.
I mean, the main problem can be just like, you know, if the lane doesn't get pushed in by your gyrocopter. Like, basically, they're just playing it right because he's playing up and aggressive and recognizing that, like, oh, the lane's going to get pushed in. Because sometimes if you're laning versus Bat Rider, you know, you could just die, right? Because the Ignite won't be enough to necessarily save you at, like, level 2 and 3. Like, once the Firefly comes out.
Yeah, what's going on here? Wow.
It's a good little play by Just V. Getting there, can be annoying. The Water Rune was bottled, though, by Sanctity, so at least he did grab that. Top will be taken by Squadix. And Just V's still level 2, so even though he's wrapping around behind a carry, he'll be fine.
Yeah, top lane be fine, though, so Boom not really being able to pressure here with the Monkey King. Nande's going to be off to another good start here from his hero. We will see now shortly maybe some stacks is something that could be considered for VP. Really have a good lineup to be able to take them. If we look about the Queen of Pain with the maxed out Scream to amplify her damage in the early game, but I feel like you're probably looking at either the Bristle or even the Bat Rider for an early Blink Dagger, which I may even prefer the Bat Rider being the one to take the stacks.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Nande? A little bit of danger here. Out of range is Ryan. I don't know if he's got the enchant regardless.
No, I already used
Jingu
it.
still been able to work with from Boom. He's going to come actually through though. And Boom now is in a lot of trouble. The Bat Rider is going to help secure with the kill. Now they should be able to get cubified too. However, in Shadow Realm TP back to base. Nice movement from Jesv. Really, really needed that.
Yeah, that was very important because he didn't really have much he could do anyway. Like, Ogre's just kind of roaming around bottom. He's come mid, so the Bristle doesn't need the help right now. And you go from potentially losing Nande, I think, if he doesn't arrive there. Squadix does have the Sonic Wave. Obviously doesn't want to dump it on Kaori, really.
Might have to use it, though, for the fight. Sanctity's got level 6 as well. Just completed it. We'll break out. Regen rune up top. Looks like Squadix will have it secured. Thanks, Ryan.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we're looking relatively even here across the board. I was curious to see what Boom was thinking in this game. Like what to do as an off-lane Monkey King, you know? Does he just play it kind of like a mid-Monkey King, I guess? Wants to be a little bit active, you would think. Maelstrom into Gleipnir is a bit more expensive, and oh man, he's brave. It's like, well, they definitely don't have a ward up there, guys. Can confirm. I guess they have Ob Sentry combo, so he really knows.
There's a lot of heroes starting to rotate.
Everyone's coming for
moving,
this wisdom.
Hawk's moving. I guess Navi Art contesting the other side, though. Can Shad do it by himself? Looks like High Points Rocket Barrage should be able to. Meanwhile, they get both wisdoms.
Yeah, Natus got it.
Unable to find it under the cover, though. Shadow Realm Squadix is going to cut him down with the Sonic Wave, so we have... Yeah, at least Natus got it on the other side. It was a solo kill for Shad, so he's happy, but the supports are not.
Yeah, the Bristle had to just like tank it up and realize he was going to die because the Ogre and the Gyro both rotated it for it. But yeah, that is tough. And it was the Bat who got it, eh? Okay. Well, so far it's double Wraithband into Phase Boots. Looks like the plan here from Boom. It doesn't bring out a Ring of Protection too.
That's
right.
Corrosion?
He's getting his Corrosion, yeah. Getting her done. All right. I like it. Very active. Very aggressive.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the build can be this game from him.
I mean, Diffusal has some value, but it's not like crazy value. It's mostly just like the Bristle being annoying versus that hero. I think the Gleipnir looks really good versus a lot of these heroes, but it's kind of slow.
It is, but you could be... Do you need them to be fast, though?
I mean, I don't know. It's like... I feel like I just want to be aggressive. And I want to get like involved as soon as I can rather than going like Maelstrom and then having to wait for the Gleipnir. Maybe Orchid, though, could be kind of cool. Or go Atos maybe into the Maelstrom, but that feels so bad.
Oh, yeah, if you don't get kills, I feel like have fun playing the game.
Yeah.
Good work, though. You get kills, sure.
I like Orchid, though. Orchid would be kind of hype.
I'm down for Orchid.
I feel like a lot of these heroes would hate it.
Something. Both heroes rotating through the portal. VP gonna respond as well, but they're gonna be a little bit too late because Sanctity drops the coil on the carry, and now Raine is gonna be chased down as well. 5 heroes from Nav.
is under attack.
Yeah, kind of matching what Virtus.pro did to them last time. Just overwhelming numbers. Just like they brought that trio down to contest their Wisdom Rune. They just want to bring those numbers up top, get a good use of the coil, and Shad gonna find Jesvi as well in behind. That'll be another grab for them.
Pretty important, the fact that Boom gets it. He's got Mage Slay queued up currently, so...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like this is the one we potentially miss with the Bristle. A Queen of Pain.
Yep.
It's gonna be like it's quite a good Mage Slayer game.
Yeah, very good. It's a nice one. Monkey King. It is funny because the mid monkeys would occasionally go for it. Even some 1 monkeys have got it before because the theoretical value is crazy because it's so good at getting the debuff on every enemy because of the Wukong's command, but it just slows you down in a lot of ways. But this idea of the offlane Monkey King getting it in combination with the Orbital Corrosion is pretty cool because the puck kind of covers a lot of what you need. The gyro's got a lot of the damage, and so you are almost like the tanky guy in a way here.
Yep. We'll see if that takiness is going to be able to pay off. We feel like we're going to get a lot of fights with how the teams are currently playing. I know there's only 6 kills 10 minutes in, but we've seen a heavy commitment from both, well, VP to defend their safe lane and then Na'Vi to shut it down. Speaking about the safe lane, Boom going to be made a Sonic Wave to the face along with the Mana Void from Nande, who will get some revenge.
Oh, they were so close to setting something up there. But great Dire Ward here as well. Spots that Sanctity is sitting nearby. Yeah, they were kind of hoping to do something, but that was just a solid bait by Virtus.pro. Now they just letting Boom kind of think that maybe he's got something that he's setting up on, and Sonic Wave to death. Nande gonna blink away from Shad here. Should be all right.
Go through. You're leaving Natus free farm down bottom. Meanwhile, mid. Boom. Oh, I don't know about this. Right? Yeah, okay. I'm surprised how much damage he actually did. Boom's gonna be able to get the kill. Cubify snipes it. Really thought the Enchantress was going to be tanky. I feel like maybe I've seen too often the Enchantress
Level
survive.
6 maybe, you know. I think the Untouchable's there. I think you're right. And, you know, the Spellbound facet as well. Even with the nerfs to the Overprotective Wisps, it is still really good.
Down bottom, Squad X. An aggressive tip in. Shad looks like the Gyrocopter's going to reign supreme inside the team fight, but he needs some extra heroes. They're coming a little bit too late through the teleport. They will be here finally. Shad TP's down to protect Kaori. It's a nice bramble as well, but they were not expecting that to actually connect. Shad started to run to the opposite direction, but maybe Sanctity could be there. Lacking some mobility to get Squad X on the retreat of the bridge, but yeah, we are seeing Na'Vi, even like Shad, being very active here on the Gyrocopter, wanting to TP down to the outpost to defend his 5.
Under attack.
Yeah, it's still keeping him on top of the net worth chart as well. He is definitely sacrificing a little bit of last hitting time with some of these movements. You know, he's not just going like raw efficiency in terms of like heading to the ancient camps and stuff like that. They are still waiting for him on that Radiant side. He wants to make his way there. I'm sure there'll probably be another one stacked up by the time he actually gets there. But that Sonic Wave is back. Dagon is done here soon. Probably going to wait for that for Squadix and then see a rotation towards the Queen of Pain.
Who's taking the ancient stack as well for Guy? I think Bristle is potentially doing it
Yeah.
at the moment.
Oh, yeah, he's on there, buddy.
The biggest stack, but right, so it's going to be a pipe game for Natus. Pretty good pipe game. Are we wanting some extra auras? Because we have seen the offlane item build for the Bristle has been... You kind of have a cookie cutter. Maybe you can go 1 or 2 different items. What are you preferring this game
Yeah.
for Natus?
I feel like we've just seen Crimson into pipe almost every game. But in a lot of our games, the Crimson has looked a little... I mean, honestly, it's okay this game, too.
Yeah.
Like Gyro, Puck, and Monkey King. Puck gets shard quite a bit in these games, too. Doesn't hurt there. My main concern outside of the potential aura is right now Just V. Like, he is the lowest net worth in this entire game. He didn't get those stacks, and we're 13 and a half minutes, and he's only 600 gold towards his blink. And in fact, a minute ago he was only at like 100 gold. So he just got a decent amount there from those waves mid, and I think they need to give a little bit more prioritization to this hero right now, because right now he's doing nothing.
Yep. Yeah, 100% agree. I guess the only issue is like, where are you going to give him that space? Maybe he can take the mid lane, but usually you would see him potentially take like the safe lane, where you can farm this wave and then firefly to the small camp. But the issue is you have an anti-mage, and you, if you don't have to, would really not like to leave your safe lane.
Yeah, it is not easy. And they've also blocked quite a few of the camps as well. Like, there's no respawn on that dire ancient camp now. And they've got obs inside spotting some of their camps up top here too. So if he goes there to farm, he might get picked off by the puck.
Yep.
They're also smoking in here now using this vision. They have a very good idea of where Nande is based on their observer wards. They're going to see Rain as well. They're going to take the freebie maybe?
Love Nande, though.
Right.
Licking their lips if they get the anti-mage, but the blink away. So freebie it is into tower, which is going to be the important thing. And that farm that I was mentioning for Nande, the fact that the tower was up, he was still able to stick around. Now this might make it a little bit more difficult for him. I think we're even looking at a potential rotation through the portal down to bottom, but Shatter's fine on the gyrocopter. The bristle isn't going to continue to feed into this objective.
Squadix is stealing away the farm here from Just V. Just V stacks the camps and fireflies it, and then Squawk's like, your firefly's running out. I'll handle that. Don't worry, buddy. So kind.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got to grow some nuts and tell the men to F off. This is my farm. Like, this, I agree, dude. I wanted the Batrider to take the stacks away from the bristle. Like, this guy needs farm.
He's hurting a bit, but he is slowly getting there. Not even slowly, honestly. Past minute or two has been great. So as long as he doesn't die, should be all right. Noticed doesn't need a whole army like that top lane push. He's got a catapult and some friends hiding in the trees. But I mean, it is a bristleback with a pipe. This guy is going to take a lot of effort to bring down. If you have any ideas of killing him, it's going to take pretty much a full rotation from Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Oh, Sanctity amplify damage. No! Just be the gold! Brother. He didn't go for the...
That's right. Will's right. Maybe cute. What? Why did Sanctity not commit?
I don't know. He really wanted to kill without the coil, and then it got ugly. That's pretty much what happened. So, greed costs him his Dark Willow's life, but... that's how it goes sometimes, I suppose.
Well, they would love the coil for this attempt. Does get the counter spell off, but to the 5+, he's going to hold it to the last second. Nicely done.
I actually can't believe that killed. That was crazy. In my head, that seems so unlikely that that's going to be lethal. I guess because Sanctity's such a high level. He's got a lot of points in the Waning Rift already.
Why is this happening? I guess there are some rotations. They're going to be able to cut Natus up the high ground. Now, this boy is super tanky. It's going to take them quite some time, and they don't even get close, which is maybe a concern. It could be different if Shad is there, but... oh, man, I don't want to see what's going to happen in these upcoming fights now with the Bristle.
Well, we'll see how much damage he can put back out onto them, though, with the Mage Slayer. It's going to help slow down his damage at the very least. Man, I can't believe how fast Nande died. That was crazy. That's still blowing my mind right now. Yeah, I guess it is just 1 point counter spell, so I can't really assume that that's going to help save him. But even the control didn't seem like it would be that much at this point. That is the eggs, though. That is the Falcon Blade, Chrysalis, Aghanims on the Gyro, the Holy Trinity.
And also, importantly, the Batrider has Blink and starting to TP mid. So let's see. We've got the coil. Breaks. Shad's going to rotate. A lot of damage out of the Gyrocopter. That looks like this time it's going to be enough. They'll bring down Natus. And the X factor for that was Shad, something that were lacking previously, but now with the Gyrocopter's damage, Natus is not long for this world.
It is crazy when you see the individual damage of just the Queen of Pain there. I don't even think she got her Dagon off either. Compared to like the entirety of the Radiant. But yeah, they couldn't quite string it together. And yeah, the fact that, you know, you're not there prepped with a good blink in from the bat. He got tagged by something too near the end of that, so he couldn't blink in, I think. Probably a flat cannon.
It's kind of looking like this might just be another anti-mage game where they're hoping that he's able to do anti-mage things. Do we feel like it is one of those games though where he can actually kind of solo this game?
I think it is, potentially. I mean, obviously, I'd still rather be in Navi's shoes right now. But
Yeah.
if I'm looking, you know, I'm thinking about the matchups here. We got Puck, we got Gyro, we got a Monkey King who's in the off lane and was a little bit slowed down. To be fair, he basically looks like a mid-Monkey King at this point. Like, he's not that far behind. And currently thinking about Diffusal, which won't really impact Nande. So that's good news for him. I'd still like some more lockdown. I feel like I'd rather go towards control items versus this anti-mage.
I would agree.
I mean, you know he's going to get the Manta. And we know Basher isn't, like, broken on Monkey King anymore, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But I feel like the AM should be the main concern right now.
Yeah, I think the diffuser feels a little underwhelming. But maybe there is a bit of a spike where it can help out in a team fight. Relatively cheap. And damage they picked up from Sanctity. So they are looking to try and make something happen down bottom. They see Squad X farming underneath the Observer Ward. Waiting for one TP in Kaori. They feel like they need the extra stun out of the Fire Blast. And maybe a nice phase shift to be able to dodge the Sonic Wave. Pushback was close, but Sanctity was always ready.
Oh, he caught him on the Twin Gate as well. Just be gonna go down. I did love the phase shift into immediate Greevil laughter there from Sanctity. That was good. Yeah, you know, dodging the Sonic Wave. Very important. That's one thing I've learned in these qualifiers, that you really need Greevil laugh queued up right now.
Maybe the Wukong's is going to be able to do it. Can he actually escape after, though? Might be able to man fight, in fact. Not going to run away. Nande! Yo! Oh. I mean, it's seeming like to win this game, you need the anti-mage to go flawless, and deaths like that are not going to help.
Yeah, he got rooted right near the end there by the Willow. So he might not have been planning on committing, and then Cubify hits the root, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're fighting, and I'm losing. Because the Manta is 800 gold away still. Because it looks like it's just a Monkey King who's just being greedy and going for your wisdom, right? So you're thinking like, there's no backup here, we'll be fine.
All of a sudden, a random bramble pops out and you are rooted and dead. Not good.
Now it's Roche time. Getting Aegis for this Gyro, who also has a BKB. So just super safe build here from Shad. I mean, very stock standard stuff.
Yeah, it's the boring build. Been seeing some gyros go like drums and do the disassemble crap so you have perma charges, which I think is also stupid how that works, but anyway. It is the stock standard. So Aegis onto Shad. And my concerns for this game for Virtus.pro are really getting not to a good position. Feels like you've had this incredibly farmed Bristleback, but you really haven't been able to honestly do much with him. They can't set up a formation around the Bristle. They're not walking down objectives. Maybe it is because we're not seeing a strong combo with the Snot Rocket. Something's not
They
clicking.
also just have zero initiative this game. The way to make plays happen for them is just very weak. Now, we were talking about this idea of them having like the Puck or the Ember or something with their last pick, but they felt forced to go for the Queen of Pain because of the potential lane stuff, which is good, but she doesn't have a friend to, like, you know, she blinks in and fully commits, and there's not, like, good saves to help her. It's hard for the Bristle to match her speed. The Bat Rider's blink was late, so that way to jump didn't really exist for them. Like now it feels like they're playing the game, but at this point you're fighting into a 5k deficit and an Aegis. It's not over. Like 5k is not that much at 23 minutes these days. It's just they're really going to need a good ward, good vision, and a really good jump from Just V. And Just V's looked really good for through these qualifiers. So
Yes.
I definitely have the faith, but it's time to turn it on.
My concern is as well, though, like, do you really want to be the one to swoop Nande? At the mid lane, something particularly back from Sanctity. Boy was there. He is going to use it. Dark Wheeler's coming over to the right side as well, but the terrorized Nande. Oh no, it doesn't get away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think snapping was the right call. It was close. It was very close to being an escape. But yeah, those are the kind of plays you have to make, obviously.
Like you said, though, I mean, unfortunately, yes, this death on Anti-Mage, another one in the league, will now continue to grow, but we may see bristle things. I feel like still there is a possibility for Na'Vi to somehow not, like, put a heavy commitment into the bristle, then dive the tower, he stack up to the goo, and then Nande, like, snipes the support on the backline. They take a long, drawn-out fight. I just think you need to survive the coil on Wukongs and don't lose many heroes.
Yeah, ideally don't be in the Wukongs would be a great way to start these fights. Because in the Wukongs right now is bad news. Oh, nice double silence.
Coil as well to follow. Nande once again stuck inside. They're going to have the Boundless Vault with the Wukong's combination. Nande will be able to get the blink away. And maybe this is that long drawn-out fight, but Squadex, a little bit of chop with Nande. Stuck around on the low ground, feeling like he needs to do too much on the anti-mage, but the cost, it's too grave. They're swarming inside their base. Notice is fine, but the buildings will not be shortly.
Am I correct that we haven't had a lasso this game? Am I crazy?
No, I don't think you're crazy.
I don't think he's gotten a lasso off this whole game. Now, I'm no expert. Allegedly, I am, but that's bad.
I would say that also too is not good.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That is, ooh. Yeah, played those games before. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a tough one when you don't even cast your spell once in a game.
Yeah, we give the Enigmas a little bit of an easier time. We're like, well, the threat of the black hole. I don't know if lasso is quite on the same category.
Nah, come on, dude. It's a big threat.
Big threat of the lasso.
All right, here we go.
Big threat. Oh, let's go.
Oh, I thought he got it on a creep. All right, so he gets it on Boom at the last second, but it's not going to matter. They're in safety and Radiant. They are quick to respond. In with the coil and down with Bat's life.
Let's go, lasso hit. Let's go. Woo!
That is, yo, he gets it off the list. So we're praising that. All right. Good job. Good job.
Listen, he needed that for next game, okay? Doesn't matter.
Oh, we're looking at next game already? Oh.
Yeah, we're looking at next game. When you're doing a lasso play like that, we're looking at next game.
Okay.
That was just to make sure that he can still do it.
Such a forced play, unfortunately. That's what happens when you don't use lasso until 26 minutes into the game. Trying to force something, make it happen. Your teammates are like maybe even clicking your lasso. Maybe not what you want in a competitive game.
Oh, but you know what happens.
Yeah.
They can't help themselves. They're just trained from the normal pubs.
Hub mindset, it can transition sometimes. Well, this is, I mean, shaping up to be a very clean victory for Na'Vi. They were not really contested. We saw some decent moves from VP early after the lanes dissolved, but since then, we've really seen nothing from them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Radiant are scanning.
And this unfortunately makes me go back into the feeling that this anti-mage hero
Is under attack.
would be potentially left for a position later in the draft. I also really want He's beautified. That's crazy positioning. They're gonna try and jump in. SV, Lasso's gonna be there. Dio not close enough.
I think one thing to he's really been feeding this game, huh? What's that? 4th death of the 6 kills. Wow. Definitely getting reported after this one, but I think we should definitely be impressed by the way that Navi used second pick, because everyone's all about first pick, obviously, right now. Because there's always this talk about how 10th pick doesn't feel as incredible as it used to. It feels like it's really hard to get this like gotcha pick, and the only way you get gotcha picks now is basically through flex, and a lot of the flexing stuff hasn't been that crazy lately. Like, we saw a game where we had a DK who was flexed to the mid lane, and we were like, whoa, DK mid is back, and didn't go too well. But Boom takes this Monkey King, throws in the off lane, does fine in the lane, and he does what an offlaner should be doing. He provides a little bit of tankability and damage reduction with this Mage Slayer, and then he's also just helping to initiate and jump into these fights. His Wukongs have all been pretty much perfect.
Yep.
And he's just providing so much damage to these fights too. Just really well done.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, this is that 24th pick that you would be praying for. And Sanctity's Puck is also one of his better heroes in a completely free pocket. So, I mean, props to Boom to be able to make the ability to flex it. And for Sanctity to be able to pull it off it as well, because that is still another thing. You need to still be able to execute in a game where you should be able to get the boys over the finish line. And there's a little bit of pressure being the one to ask for this hero, but he's showcased that.
Hey, Boom, can you play Monkey so that I can play Puck, please? Yeah.
It's like, if it doesn't, you die a couple times early on, then your team starts side-eyeing you a little bit. But I think he's maybe died once or flawless on Puck.
He's flawless. He's 11-0 and 4. I think the only deaths are Cubify and Boom.
Lotus.
Carry also flawless. Let's keep in mind 0-0-12. Let's go.
Let's go. Well done.
Possibly one of the most boring carry games I've ever seen. He has done. Like, he's just walking around. I can't even remember people casting spells on him.
They are not near noticed.
Okay, this is a big wrap.
Is
Where's
this
the
gonna
lasso?
work, though? Don't you want to play behind your bristle? Smoke's gonna pop on the river. They are in a horrible position. So far away from the bristle. Now, the Woodcocks isn't the greatest. They've been able to step out of range at least of this. But the BKB as well from Squadex was used incredibly defensive.
Things got funky very fast there, but it did not turn into the potential disaster it could have been there for Virtus.pro. After all that praise on the Boom, he missed the Boundless, and the Wukongs was kind of thrown down into a, like, what is going on situation. Oh, he is now on the hunt, though. He sees Nande.
Very early Boundless.
It really was. Nande
He can just
freaked
stalk
out, though, decides not to TP or anything.
Looks like they should have the Terrorize coming through from the left side. Is it going to be fast enough? It is, and the fear not enough to push away Sanctity. So Boom continuing to stalk. So too a Na'Vi.
I'm pretty sure as long as Simeon Stride exists, then we're going to have a Monkey King problem.
Yes, this hero is
This facet is so crazy, man.
It's so, like, it was really bad as well, with when it had to be 100%, right? Where you had to have health. And then when that changed, it's like, okay, like, now it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, it works, man.
Need a little bit of tweaking. It's only a matter of time. No more plus 4 monkeys though. I guess Shinkyu at the moment.
No, they did a good job killing that one. Yeah, Jinkyu went too far. They had to get rid of that.
A little bit unfortunate, but maybe it's for the better for some of the pubs. Not better for the pro games. That was fun watching.
That's true. Yeah, 100%.
We had to do. You had to do nothing in a class. You just follow the Monkey King, talk about what crazy stuff he's doing. Yeah, the latency didn't
nobody
matter.
wanted to see anything else.
You would actually, like, the cookie cutter stock standard of what we have to do. You follow all 3 lanes. It's okay. We just follow the Monkey King.
Well, speaking of cookie cutter, back to Roche again.
Yeah.
Go get this. Head to high ground. What are they attempting to do on the side of Virtus.pro? What is your changing plan here? We got Eggs, Manta, Battle Fury on our anti-mage into potentially BKB. That would be great, so that Nande could actually fight. We got Blink Force Staff on Jet V, so when the lasso does hit, it'll be a lot more effective.
Top tower is under
We got a 8-second BKB on Queen. Had to use him last fight, just a little bit defensively to bail out, but at least did survive. Of course, we'll have the scaling damage of an Enchantress. That can get kind of crazy, especially in a high ground defense. Can catch you off guard a little bit, and it does have the shard. But now it's time for the high ground defense because the Bristle's under attack.
Still is. Back turn is falling a little low, half health. Importantly, your base is the thing that's in trouble. Squad X committed in with the blink. Sonic Wave enough to get one. Okay.
Nande is still trying to farm BKB. So this is just a delaying tactics here from Virtus.pro. They're not going to fight until they get the BKB, it looks like.
Or
Oh,
are
I
they?
say that.
Okay, last one of the tier 4 tower. They feel like with all the minus armor, but... Huh. Okay.
Team? Good cut here from Nande. Creeps are making it all the way to the tier 3 up top. A Dark Troll Summoner was there, helping to push that, but now gets taken out by Boom. So they basically trade bottom lane to potentially finish the BKB. He's getting there. It's happening fast.
Looks like you should get it. You're going to be going up against a Daedalus Gyro, though, unfortunately. Which I think is probably too much physical damage for the anti-mage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a GG situation. The Daedalus has felt like the key item these days. Is Bat attempting to... I mean, you have to try to get some clears and stuff. The creeps.
You see the bristle damage, though. Like, does stack up after a while. The buyback on Jet V. Still, Nande finally TPing back. BKB is completed.
Does go Satanic. He's willing to use it.
Jet V, they got a glimpse of the Bat Rider as well on the low ground. Quick blink inside the base. They will not catch him off the back of the buyback. Second full set of barracks, though.
Still 2 minutes left here on this Aegis.
Natus again knows his role. Straight to the front. So funny, dude. Completely avoiding the bristleback. Running past the gyro. It is a full wraparound they're looking for. Shad will lose the Aegis.
All right.
Now do they go on
He's
him?
fireflying.
They're going to try and drop the Wukongs to protect him. Terrorize as well. Lasso up, but he got the BKB with the coil. It's great. On to 3 with Shad's AoE damage. The crits are just raining down. Oh, okay, Bristol's dead too, apparently. Thought he was fine.
Buyback, TP in. Still minus 21 armor. Now it's gone, though. Satanic Dispel.
Natus still sticking to the front, doing whatever he can, but Cubify's Dark Will has been solid this game. Unable to get the quap, but mega creeps. They should be unable to deal with it. Nande, big Mana Void, but not big enough. They will be out. 0 casualties, just losing the Aegis. They might even continue to fight.
Oh, Shad.
Shad is falling a little bit low. Satanic up in 1 second. Shad is he going to be out? Activated, he does. Gets it off for the last second. The life steal is there. Nande snipes one of the backline, but he needs to be good for more, and he is not. Manta to try and man fight, but the call is back up. G's a drop. And Na'Vi, it will take game 1 in our first series of the night.
Very well done. Sorry, I'm adjusting my thingies here because I was... there we go. Camera fixed. I had to go from standing to sitting mode, you know.
Game where you don't want to be trashing, like you can't be bad in.
And don't blame me, guys. This is all Yado's fault. Every time I see Radon, you know, it's all I can think.
Prepare for battle.
How dare he's in the qualifiers, so we are thinking about it, of course. So
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like
what I'm
this is
saying. It's
complete-
his fault. He's the one who put me back onto it.
Yeah. It's not unnecessary of us to bring it up at all. Like, it is very
No.
justified being in Eastern Europe. So.
It's part of the lore of this region.
Yes, exactly. and when we
Everyone
are-
is trying to battle against Radon, and guess what? He won. He's already qualified. No
Yeah.
one here could defeat him.
Who's the
That's why they had to
second man?
patch him in the DLC.
Oh, Qualifier? Run the other way. Well, this is
I don't think this is ever a catch, is it?
no. So last game he went boots first to try and drop a ward, and then he went back and sold it.
Yes.
I don't know if he was wanting to do the same thing this game, but unfortunately he's going to be playing with boots because he cannot sell it. It's taken too long.
Yeah, no, he's out on that now.
They should still know, but Navi have actually smoked down to Cubify. No way. What? This is such a crazy location for a fight to break out in. Nande, well, the supports are going to kill the wood, but they are not going to try and protect Nande. So First Blood, Sanctity is going to snipe it with the kit.
Yeah, but do you see that decay that Ryan got? I mean, look at that. Whoa. 12 strength. Yeah, that's not great. Killing a ward is definitely not worth giving up your carry for First Blood.
No, unfortunately, it is not. Very cool from Navi, honestly, to go to Cubify and continue with that smoke down. I feel like it's just would maybe see them just play away from the Shadow Team. We're like, okay, we're not going to actually make it to him. Let's just leave him. We know he's not going to die. Like, they won't continue the chase, but they look to try and utilize the SD information, and now they've got a First Blood advantage.
Still doesn't look like the fun is laying down here, though. You know, it wasn't a First Blood given to either the Shadow Demon or the Magnus, so they don't have any big gold advantage coming in here. And you still have to just be dodging this TA once we get into the side blades the whole time. Gonna have to be careful about how you use your skewers. But then again, there's also the potential for just disruption into skewer if they find an advantageous state thanks to just like general harass and stuff. So Cubify gonna break the lane apart here. That's the plan. And we talked about this last time with the Undying. Just run away.
Yeah. One of the worst heroes at being able to deal with it. So we'll at least drag 2 creeps, I suppose. Boom's going to be frustrating.
Big kickback here in the mid lane. Got Squadix near his tower. And now it's really awkward. He can't really get the CS. He was stuck underneath. Oh, nice. Okay, good use of the tree from the low ground. Unfortunately, doesn't play out for him. Oh, and Boom's movement actually gets Nande's courier of all things. So now he doesn't have any more tangos.
Yeah, kind of important. I don't know how many Rhine has.
Oh, he's got 4. Don't worry. It's
okay,
those are
sure.
carries tangos now.
How's the other side lane looking at the moment? We can come back to the bottom pretty shortly. We'll see. I'll hold that. Cubify and they're just crazy tank. The Notice is fine. Chilling on the
only-
Dawn. Shad.
Don't say fine. He's got 3 last hits. Don't say fine. It's not fine.
Sure, he's actually really not fine. What's going on?
No, he's sad. He's a little upset. The wave's coming in. There's been a lot of shenanigans up here as well, so.
Bottom Nande? No level in refraction, but Brimstone and the creeps under the tower to be able to tank. Okay, yeah, what's going on with Notice? Why is he struggling so much?
Well, not struggling right now.
Apparently he's about to get a kill. Kaori. Fortunately, Notice doesn't get the gold. Would have loved to be able to find that for the Dawnbreaker. Nice injection of change, but he will at least be playing 2v1. The Jar popping up.
Yeah, we were very busy down bottom. Presumably, it was just Ench Creeps being really annoying at the start of the game. Would be my guess. I don't know what he started with, but he doesn't have impetus yet, so that would be my assumption. And Dark Willow just dealing with that. But now the wave's here, you know, starting to catch up a little bit. But you can see the harass is very frustrating to deal with. That is the Gyro Position 1 special.
Here is goddamn nuisance. You pair it up with one of the best laning supports, and this is apparently the combo that you get. What?
Wait, are we killing again down here? What are we doing?
No, I don't think so. Ryan is a bit more of a difficult kill.
This is a very busy lane.
I'm a bit concerned the fact that Boom has 18 last hits. This is, I think, something that should not be happening, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like they get a good read. We have needed to watch the entire lane. They did very good with pulls, but TA is an incredible laner. Same with Undying. I'm very intrigued on how this happened.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is, though. It is just pulling the wave because it's creating situations where they're not really contesting each other. And like the value of TA in the lanes is often this ability to just, oh, nicely. God, I can't believe that angle worked.
Action, but Blood Grenade tries to get rid of some of the damage.
And the Tombstone ensuring that they can't commit on that, but that was a lot. A lot of damage there on Anande, who again does not have any more regen.
Bit of a rolling bottom lane and a potential Sanctity rotation. Would be able to get the bounty. Right in space.
Stupid laughter.
It's so funny, man. What? Crazy. 11 last hit to the Undying. That boy's farming. Through Nande.
Yeah, part of that has been just the lane split because he's been catching a couple creeps in the jungle, and then there's been neutral camps he's been getting. So he gets a little bit extra, more than your average Undying is going to get for sure.
So,
but this is how Boom has played a lot of this game. Is just farming like this, where it's just him and the creeps.
I like the 201 still holding the last skill point, but Shockwave to also help. A little bit of farming. Also, we see the damage potential and set up the course of the skewer. So, looks like we are maybe going to get the lanes breaking down. Both supports starting to move. Rhine is going to try and scout out the stacks that are going on inside the jungle. Cubify will be able to zone him away for at least dropping, I think, another sentry at the Ancients.
Yeah, he knows he blocked it, so he doesn't even bother trying.
Roll in. Sentinel actually trying to activate the Magnetizer. It's going to need to be a long chase down if they want the kill on Squad X. Maybe the Dark Willow, but Dark Willow finds a pretty good location to TP out. They're not stopping just yet. Now Tombstone will make this really difficult, but Sanctity over the left side is continuing to spam the stones. Nice block of the roll. He will get the kill at least before he dies, but Raine's Tombstone has really been difficult for Navi to deal with.
Yeah, Cubify tries to get the last hit, but Raine denies it in his face too, just to be extra annoying. And thankfully for Sanctity, he got the kill before he died. So he did get the XP there on the Tiny. That's pretty huge. Had to split it with a couple of allies. Solo XP did, however, go to the end, dying 457. So that puts him at level 5 right now. 5.5, in fact. He's almost catching up to Nande. And more stacks here from the Shadow Demon. Cubify doing his job. Greedy play in one sense because he did play the... he stayed on that side to do the double stack rather than doing the more safe, only stack the Ancients and get the Wisdom Rune on time. But had a good read that no one was over there. Scanned anyway just to be sure. And now there's a gargantuan set of stacks here for this Magnus. Or Gyro, obviously. As noticed up top, he's going to go down. Rotation there from Sanctity. Kick that corpse. And that's with Magnetize now coming back up in 10 seconds. So with the urn, he can get active.
And more than likely, the activity will be around this mid lane. Another power room, or another fight will be had. You really want to enable this Earth Spirit. Someone who is looking to snowball with a Spirit Vessel build this game from Sanctity. Not something that we've... I'm a little bit surprised he's going Vessel. I mean, I suppose you got some 2 strength cores, damage over time.
The Dawn, you know? Yeah. That's really, really cool. Dawn plus Soul Rip. Like, you're right. Not a lot of people going for this, but I think it's underused right now. Oh my god, that toss is so insane.
Man, that damage as well with the decay. Rhine, surprisingly high level. He might farm this stack.
Oh, if he had Tombstone. If they had Tombstone, they just... I think he'll come back with Tombstone, and they'll commit for this. Oh, he's going to say... He's telling Nande to come up here.
Ooh, do they know
wow,
this?
if they lose this, this would be a disaster.
I think they know. Sanctity
They're bringing
still
everybody.
has Magnetize. I don't know, dude. This is a really big commitment, and it could go bad quickly. Rhine, no Tombstone too. How are you thinking about taking this? Swadek's gonna try it. I mean, the Earth Spirit is just going to be the key thing here in this team fight. Maybe Natus will be able to cut him down before the rocks, and they will. Up
He
here
used
over to the
the
right
RP
side. Boom. Has to use it onto the Undying, and nicely done. Natus has struggled a little bit in the lane, but that Solar Guardian assisted with dealing with the Earth Spirit, who really could have turned the tide.
Yeah, they needed that. And he got a lot of the creeps. He didn't get them all or anything, but that was a significant loss here for Na'Vi. The fact that they still come out on top on the fight for Virtus.pro and they stole a lot of those creeps. That was a big piggyback that they were counting on for Boom to get towards his Blink Dagger faster. I love the use of the Solar Guardian there, too. That's not something that I often think about when I consider the Dawnbreaker, but the ability to actually go in and contest enemy stacks with your heroes and back them up with Solar Guardian is really good. Now we're on a bit of Blink watch here, considering when Tiny's going to be getting the Blink Dagger. See when the Magnus is going to get the Blink Dagger. When our next big moves will be coming. They had a ward that spotted this movement here from Natus. That's why they were able to chase him into the tree line. And they were watching him move up. Ench was kind of stalking, hoping to get Sanctity there as well, but it's going to get Natus back to safety. As the Dawn breaks.
Oh, by Sniper the Invis. Sanctity tossed back into the river. Another Bramble, I believe, connecting, which is a big reason why he's so low. Gonna try and lay the call down to protect him. If they got the damage just with the Dark Willow, unfortunately still not level 6. Lacking the Bedlam assistance.
Ah, Invis rune. What a weird rune. What's the reduction on it now? I don't even remember. 25% damage, plus 5% for each rune that has spawned. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Dude, I forgot this was a thing.
I know. It's one of those things where it's just like... Because it doesn't show it anywhere either. I don't even think it shows it on the tooltip. It might show it on the tooltip when it's active. But I don't think it says it when you see it in your bottle.
Is it only when you're active, or does it last? Is there a duration that lasts for a little bit after?
It's when you're fully invisible, you get the incoming reduction.
Yeah. Down from bottom. Quadex looking to control the tempo. They're going to toss him out of the Solar Guardian. Oh, he ran into the Bramble. Unfortunate for Boom. He may still be able to skewer away, but it's not. It's just not happening. There's no way you're making it out. The traps are littering the ground, and they can close the distance. So what happens on the opposite side of the map? T1 Tower goes down top. Na'Vi are also looking for their own play. They're going to sweep through Radiant's Triangle. It's only Rhine, who, okay, is a pretty high level, but they want the stacks by the looks of it.
Yeah, that would be nice, right? Clap back a little bit here and try and farm some of these. Or at least take a fight around them. You can force the enemies to come in. Squadix, he is close by. Not what he was hoping.
No, I don't think so as well.
Thanks for the initiation.
This is not a good spot for Na'Vi. Look at the area. Tombstone's in a perfect location as well. Do they decide to take the team fight or not? They are falling lower and lower by the moment. Shaddy's gone. Massive meld hit from Nande. Deals with the Gyrocopter. Now even threatening to catch up to more. Sanctity is playing a long duration team fight, but this fight will not work out for him.
Oh, and now, boom. He just respawned. Can they chase this? Oh, he's going to get out here. That would have been bad. After using the RP down bottom and getting his Blink Dagger and not having it for that, this could have been a bad time. And that is now the Blink Dagger finished up here for Squadix, so Tiny is officially online here, folks. And Nande will clean up those stacks now the fight has broken down. They didn't get the Observer Ward that was placed here, so there is still a lot of good vision here from Na'Vi. Sentries dropped down, Courier's coming, so as I said that, it's going to die. Oh, that's life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Good eye from Rane, noticing that they were attacking his tombstone when they shouldn't have been able to, so it might be why he was able to get that down.
Tower has fallen.
I like what I'm seeing though in this second game. It is looking much, much even. More closer than what we got in the previous one. It is not a run over from Na'Vi. VP have been making really good movement so far this game.
Dire are scanning.
See if that will continue to be the case here. Nande, maybe there was some concerns on like the Templar Assassin, but he is top net worth and done a good job want to be able to protect this high ground. I guess maybe the one concern is the fact that T1 Tower has gone down mid, which might make it a little bit easier for Na'Vi to invade. And we have seen so far this has been a very active team in game 1 and game 2.
I'd like to see this consistency of Nande joining the fights too. Like, obviously keep up your farm with the stacks is good as well. But if he can join into these fights with the Tiny setting him up, then we get these Deso stacks going.
Oh, they're smoking Sanctity, but kick away into the roll.
Squadix, he still wants it. But
Man, leading the
Na'Vi have
charge.
the exact right draw on the map. Cubify just said, like, hey, they're going this way. He, like, perfectly drew exactly where they were all moving. Of course, seeing the Undying back in the mid, they're going to know that that gang probably failed, and they're just going to hit the mid tower here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Na'Vi letting up with some heroes down bottom. Doom trying to scout out if there's going to be anyone inside the tree line. Will be revealed though with how close you ran. So they will start to keep it down, set up some heroes, maybe baiting Natus.
Yeah, they throw a ward down from the Undying, but they don't like it on the side of Na'Vi. They're just going to back it up. Good ward laid down here in the mid lane from Virtus.pro. It's going to spot the Sancties on these neutral camps right now. So perhaps Squadix and Just V maybe going to go for a smoke after this wave gets cleared. There's one in the backpack. Do they have the damage to kill Sanctity right now? What's he at? 2,000 HP plus safety bubble?
Jeez. Man.
Oh, he rolled in.
Oh, they're going to try. Cubify behind him. Importantly, they've got Nande here for the damage output. That might be the turning factor. Nande is able to get the roll away and somehow right to Rhine. The Undying, he's got the finishing blow they need. Meanwhile, Natus as well.
This game.
Boom's going to be able to find an RP, skewer back under the tower onto 2-bit Squadix. That's a massive combo. He's ready to go. Jumps in. And now they're going to be able to catch up Kaori as well. It's a 5-man wipe. Ryan will go down under the tower, but what a sacrifice it is. A great team fight from VP.
Do you know what he did there? He hit level 10. He immediately, like, as he's under that tower and dying, he hits level 10. He levels up Soul Rip, and he gives it to the Dawnbreaker. I think he might have lived if he Soul Ripped himself.
He's a sacrificial man. Wants to keep the cause alive. He's okay with dying. Man, what a fight, though. You were asking for Nande to be involved early on. We definitely saw that be the case, and he's really reaping the rewards. I mean, the key, he doesn't really have the kills, but the experience is the big one, and he is still getting a lot of gold as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had the highest damage in that fight, so he is definitely necessary for these engagements, too. Unfortunately, only 2 stacks on the Deso so far, but the rest will come. Man, Na'Vi, I feel like if that Earth Spirit roll doesn't go into the Undying, could have been a lot better for them. Oh, that ward, it's still paying off.
Oh, what is the damage?
Yeah, that's amplified damage right there. That's what that is. That's a quick 1828 from the Tiny. So, thank you, Rune.
They are playing quick. Now, look at this. Their read is almost perfect.
Dire are
Shout it. So, Remnant to the amp. Damage rune. Oh, it's hard to tell, honestly, with the Tiny. With the Tiny step.
Yeah.
But it's not going to matter. They'll still get him. Nande surrounding him. It's right in front of Roche if they want to. So,
And that's a stack on the Deso. Yeah, that's Tower into Roche for sure. I mean, Tombstone is up. Like, that is easy Roche.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Does Shan have Chrysalis done? No, he doesn't, eh? I thought maybe it was, like, on his courier or something. But I don't think it is. He's just a... You know, he's not just stomping this game.
no.
He's having a mediocre time on the gyro, and that's not enough versus this TA, who's quite huge. I mean, all 3 Radiant cores ahead of all 3 Dire cores right now.
And how quick that happened as well. This game got out of control from the one fight mid and just these 2 pickoffs from the Tiny.
Yeah,
The
this is the Tiny energy that I'm usually not seeing.
Yeah. but we are getting it in full force this game, and what an important game to get it as well. Like with Na'Vi looking really good in game 1, you go for a hero that could be a little bit. You're very snowball heavy. You had a bad start, could put you in a bad headspace, but they are now ready to go with a smoke fight about to happen. Ori ready to lead the charge. It feels like Boom. What can we get out of this, man? Saying his praises to the offlaner. Feels like these RPs need to be big. Both sides will run the opposite direction, so seem like we're gonna get that fight just yet.
You just send the supports in first to find Cubify.
What the?
Squad X doesn't opt for it. The cleanse is there. Nice. Saves himself.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Means, should you pressure your Tormentor though right now, right? You should. I would
Yeah.
think as Virtus.pro. Like, yeah, they're pinging it now as Na'Vi saying, hey, they're going to come for our Tormentor, guys. Like, what are we going to do?
Dire's bottom tower is under
I mean, I feel like that's a good spot to fight.
For both sides, right? No, because you have Tombstone with all the dark. Like both sides have a very good lineup for like a
but
close
Dawn.
proximity fight.
Dawnberger, they see everything right now. That's the problem, is that they know whether you're going to, like, Dire are deciding to defend this. Now they smoke up, but it was a bit late. There's not going to be any Just V for this fight if it breaks out. I think Virtus.pro can't take it anymore.
No, and they seem to have that read as well. They will step away to the left. They are still occupying Dire's triangle. Jesvi is starting to come down.
Oh,
No
Nande.
Shad.
They see Nande.
They need to drop the RP for the first life, though. They are very hesitant. I think you need this Gyrocopter for this fight. Nande going to charge up the high ground. Boom. Messy jump. He's still going to be able to find the skewer. Oh, Nande blinks away. And now this is a little bit awkward. Terrorize for the backline, catching 2 heroes. Meanwhile, the supports as well, and Na'Vi are just dying to the combo. Sanctity in some danger inside the middle, but meanwhile, Shad tries to get in with the Gyrocopter. It's not enough for the moment. The buybacks, it's a costly investment from Na'Vi. But maybe this long drawn-out teamfight from Sanctity could prove to be the issue. He's going to be able to roll away. They'll deal with the Aegis. Sanctity is cut down for the meld kit.
They
Now
cannot chase on the side of Na'Vi. Like, the Tombstone was far back up on the pillar. That was really the one downside for Virtus.pro, is that fight took place almost entirely outside of the Tombstone, and that could have been even worse for Na'Vi, I think. Obviously, still a good win in the end. No doubt about that. And now they're going to get that pressure onto the Tormentor.
Boom.
Nearly.
Did he have to blink in? Okay.
Desperate times.
Aori as well. Potential buyback onto the supports. Shad. Boom's gonna buy back, but what can they really offer? Tries to catch Rhine. Looks like he should. Oh, Boom just. Jesus, what is the damage from Nande? Oh my god, and Squad X is still here as well, assassinating some of the backline supports. Nande hasn't left.
Dude, they're running from him.
They're not gonna
running
win
away.
this. And yet, you bet they need to run away because Nande's ready to go. Ultra kill for the Templar Assassin. Unfortunately, will not be able to get Sanctity. Sanctity rolls out to safety, so missing out of the rampage from Nande. But Virtus.pro, they have come to play in this second game.
Templar Assassin, you know? That first jump from Boom onto Nande, huh? Like, where he goes, he grabs him, he skewers, and then you just blink out his TA. And both Sanctity and Boom had kind of commit to the position of the skewer. And then they don't get to play the rest of the team fight from any sort of a like advantageous spot at all. Oh, okay. By the way, that's a fully stacked Deso all of a sudden. That is nuts. That happened fast.
Yeah. Oh, this game got out of control fast. We're only 23 minutes in. This is a very early game, but VP have full control and it doesn't seem to be changing. It was triple buyback, right, from Na'Vi? I think both supports along with Boom. Yeah. economy game taking a massive hit. And Squad X is already with another power and starting to hunt. He might have gotten a glimpse of Sank, and Dawnbreaker, importantly, is nearby. Okay. A little awkward.
Dire are scanning.
All right. So, Na'Vi, what are we going to do here, guys? Gyro is not very scary yet. That is a big problem.
Radiant are scanning.
It's got to be one of the major issues. Get the Chrysalis, get the Daedalus, get the Butterfly. That's the plan. It's going to take a long time, though. But we do have 4 points in Empower, which is important to remember, you know. Maybe that's one way to get the damage. We have a BKB now in Sanctity. Obviously, not going to help him too much versus the person who seems to be dominating these fights, which is Nande on this Templar Assassin.
Tower is under attack.
Cubify doesn't have a world where he's going to get mobility anytime soon, unfortunately. But is getting somewhat close to an Aether Lens, which could help to try and control Nande in these fights. I love the airmail they did, too. Squad X just tossed in Rane last game on the Undying. He just chucked him into the fight. And he hard commit for the Greaves, which is an item that we don't get to see too often anymore, but we love it, right? You know, the silence from the TA, they've got that going for them on the side of Virtus.pro soon, I would imagine.
Ah!
He wants his BKB first, though.
I don't know if they
Living.
saw the side blade. I thought maybe Radiant pinged, but Jesus, that scared the Enchantress.
Yeah, that's a bit dangerous. I feel a lot of people used to dive behind Roche back when he was in, you know, some spots where that was more possible. We don't really see that anymore.
First, Nande jumped in, and
Alright,
Sanctity thought he was
cool.
okay. That he
Nice
would have time
BKB.
to be able to roll away. Boom. Not a bad RP. Tries to screw over the right side, but Shad is nowhere to be seen, and the response is there. Solar Guardian says, nice ultimate, boom. Mine is better. They might just tap out. This isn't the
They should tap
territory.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, tap out. Let it go. There's nothing good is going to happen from here. I feel like, you know, you see the issue. If you ever RP before Solar Guardian, we've had this matchup before of the Dawn versus the Magnus, and it goes this way a lot of the time. It's just so hard to get the finish, especially obviously when you don't have the gyro immediately next to you when this RP's happening.
Some of those early fights. EP executes to a high degree. And they will now be the ones sending us to a third game in really fine fashion as well. Feel like everyone did a good job.
I give a lot of credit to Squad X because I've seen so many of these mid-tinies fail, and he's just been good. I mean, that is the thing about this hero. It is to me, it is a you know, high potential, but also high chance of failure hero, and he just hit the high potentials. A lot of that because of the very, very good wards they've had consistently throughout this game. Because it's always going to be forward vision that makes this tiny good. Yeah, you know, wards. Wow, amazing.
Wards and traps as well, right? Like that is
Yeah.
another big thing that this TA is going to provide you.
It is crazy that Nande has snowballed so hard this game that he doesn't even feel the need for the shard. So often
wow.
it's just like every game, blink Deso shard, but
Radiant are
I guess the silence isn't that. Well, I mean, it would have been pretty good versus the Earth Spirit, but didn't need it. That has become very apparent. As Nande is going to be next to 3 heroes you've got.
What? Okay.
Oh, man. I mean, there's still Solar Guardian, too, if they come into this fight.
Are they really running at him?
Oh, there's the blink cancel, though, on the smoked heroes. So, boom, no chance to go in even if he wanted to. And then the other person I want to give props to is Rane on this Undying. Like, you need certain things to make the hero work, because you
Maybe
need team
Undying.
fight from a lot of other people. Or, sorry, pick off, but anyway.
Gonna try going in with the high ground ward. Solar Guardian will come out. They're stuck inside. Banishment stops the slam down, but it's not gonna matter. Boom gets a pretty goddamn good RP. TA's falling low. Nande in a lot of danger. They're gonna be able to close the distance. It's a massive kill. They'll get him. Nande on his dying breath is able to finish Boom, but it doesn't matter. His eyes are gonna be on Squad X now. Another round of the spells to back up. Quick one through punch and a tree toss from afar. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi, they lose 4. And Shad, he's not making out. The constant spam of spells from afar. Jesfi dropping the brambles. Squad X in. He's beyond godlike as well. This has been a great showing from him.
He was stuck for like 10 years. Look at the death summary of this gyrocopter. Rooted, stunned, rooted, stunned. Oh, you didn't get it. Oh, that's too bad. No death summary. Let me just tell you, it was a long time.
Yeah.
According to this, he was rooted for like 12 seconds. Don't ask me how.
One bramble, curse crown, apparently another bramble up, ran into multiple. This must feel nice as well for Jesvi, right? Like we were saying, last game, a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit unfortunate with the Batrider. Definitely not the game where we were hoping to see the. We wanted more value out of him. In this game, you give him the Dark Willy, you also take it away from Cubify, and he's really, really having a good performance. It's got to boost the confidence a little bit.
Yeah, and we brought this Willow up a lot during the qualifiers because of the holes that the hero can fill for some of these other support heroes, as we see a immediate destruction of Boom. But when you have these heroes like Undying, who have no stun potential, Dark Willow is not reliable disable, but when you hit your Brambles and when you hit these Terrorizes, she can just salvage entire fights and just give you so much team fight from a single hero and even pick off potential if you're really good with the Brambles. And that's what you're getting. That really plugs the holes that Undying leaves in a draft. Because he got no control. Also, Ceaseless Dirge has looked really good in all these games. It's really annoying.
Wonder, like, we feel like the value of this Undying needs to be higher?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time trying to decide that because there is always the fact that you just have no stuns. Like, he gives you the lane, but the inability to chain disables in an engagement is pretty rough.
I don't like...
They're making it look good.
Yeah, they are. This is where maybe like you fix it with the Dark Wheel and the Tiny, right? Where you have some of these. I like when I see it Undying, honestly, be a little bit more greedy, to be honest, because I think this is a hero that also has a relatively versatile item build. I think that's kind of the case for a lot of supports, and with the decay that you can farm now, like if you do get some items, and importantly, the issue is like you really need to buy the right ones for the game. That can have.
You don't get many. Yeah.
You don't get many, but if you you do get some because of the decay, and that can really help your team in the fight. And we've seen the Greaves be definitely assisting.
Bit of an aggressive tombstone there to scout things out.
Easy 400 gold with the banner as well.
I guess with a 28k lead, it's a bit of a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
God, that's a big number. At
That is
31 minutes.
yes, that is a massive number. This game, 10% apparently probability still for Navi. We got we doing up
10%, really?
Yeah, I don't know how that's 10.
That's interesting.
Shad got Rapier queued up? Yeah. Okay.
Eventually, yeah.
Butter's not bad. I don't know if that's gonna help us Tiny, but we'll see. First down day at least. Maybe this is the one thing. I mean, you are potentially going high ground into a Magnus. Could be a little bit concerning. You heavily commit in. Squad X may find Shad. Shadowblade's about to expire though. I think they got a glimpse of him.
I mean, he has BKB too, so. Gary's just gonna tank it maybe.
Okay, up E. Onto the Aegis carrier, and Boom can't find the skewer. Now drags Rhine up to the high ground. But you don't, and he bunkers himself, so he's fine. Meanwhile, Kaori out of the base is gone. Both position 5s will die. Are they gonna force this? Really? Sanctity? Buster connects. Still Aegis for another 2 minutes, so Nane jumps in aggressively. Nice Hurricane Pike to get some separation. Sanctity's going to be able to roll the hike up. The Curse Crown connects onto multiple heroes. They're done with the Ages. I still don't think this looks good for Na'Vi. And yeah, they're going to back further inside the base. They've committed a lot for this.
Oh, Kaori, look out. Squad X is going to kill you. He's going to get you.
Yeah, he's got him. Die back Sanctity with a roll in, but he's 3 hit by Nande. He's got a buyback. Nante feeling confident. Another jump in. Okay, nice banish.
Okay, big save, big save.
Oh.
Careful now. All right, they're gonna bag it up.
35,000 net worth lead, apparently.
This Tiny currently hits for. Let me see this. Oh yeah. Oh, Silver Edge, and then let me see the Vlads on the Undying. When that comes in, this Tiny's gonna hit so hard. Oh, that's great. It's like 700 damage, and then you get Vlad's big 18% bonus damage on all that too. All that what damage? All right, just go in, Squadix. This is your game. Yeah, just go. Get him.
Oh! Solid guarding as well with a position. Oh no. You lose a fight because you take the Tormentor and they were nearby. I mean, this game was over anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes,
That's the way you lose it, unfortunately. But it's been over for quite some time. Wonky G's are going to be chopped. We'll be heading to game 3. Really good performance from VP. Very convincing.
Pretty similar to game 1. I mean, earlier on, we have to remember, like, Navi kind of had some stuff going, right? This Earth Spirit was looking all right. He was going for the urn into the Spirit Vessel and thinking things like, okay, if they could focus down Nande and just try and, like...
There it is. Right.
No,
he
they're
can
just a really
spam the
big
pubs
dude.
off, though.
Yeah. Played a lot of Doom. We saw that.
Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
Platinum. Get in there. You've got to play a little bit more. Platinum, like, you got to be Master. You may as well. Like, what's the point of being Platinum tier if you're not Master?
Well, because you got to get other heroes to Platinum, you know? He's a jack of all trades, master of none.
Is it important to be a
Plat of
Master
all
of some,
trades.
though?
There it is.
Plat, oh. Maybe you need to be Master at some, though. You can't just be Jack.
You just be a jack off? What?
What?
Aries, please. We're trying to have
please.
professionals. All right, guys.
It's a professional cast.
Very professional. Super duper.
I can start swearing if you want. If you want me.
I can do it. I'll do it. Don't make me do it.
I'll start doing it.
2 seconds.
I have to really hold back. It's tough. I'll let something go though. You're in production. Just give me the word. Say it's okay. I'll let the Aussie come out. I'll get my own Discord just to see if you guys say anything.
Well, it's looking like a classic game 3 right now in a high-stakes situation. Nobody being too crazy at the bounty runes. We're just going to relax and take our 2 and try and start the game on even footing. It is funny. We were kind of joking about, like, we had Stomp into Stomp, and then maybe we'll just get a calm game, and, you know, we joke a bit about that. But, like, honestly, it does happen a surprising amount because people get worried. And they play safe, and they take less risks, and we often get into this weird mid-game, and then what ends up happening is it's one Roche fight that just decides the game at either 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah. Why do you feel like that is at the moment, where games are incredibly looking somewhat even, and then it's that one, like, Roche, and then all of a sudden, like, the map, it's just impossible to play, and the lead just grows by, like, 10, 15,000, and then game's just done by like 30.
Because there's more gold on the map than ever before, winning big objectives like Roche is worth more gold than ever before. Because when you get the Aegis, you control the map, and you just... The gold is everywhere, and people can all farm so fast at this point. Not only just because they're better at efficiency, but more heroes have better spells for clearing camps. Like, that's one thing that's changed a lot in just support heroes and clearing waves. Like, everyone's just better at killing creeps than they ever were before. So now when you get Roche in the mid-game, and you all have levels in your spells... Every camp on the map gets cleared in your favor.
Yep.
And so the Goldie just goes like, boom. And then you take that Aegis and you sweep towers, and the Goldie goes, boom. And then by the time the Aegis is over, if you don't make an aggressive move as the defensive team, you've gone like down 8k or something.
Yep. And also, a lot of that is depending on the timing. Like, you feel like teams are getting really good at being able to pick Roche before the 20-minute
boom,
mark.
in trouble here.
Not what you need to see. This Razor, you draft him to have a good lane, but Rhine and Nande find first blood, and it's big here for the Monkey King.
I love Nyx Assassin. He's one of my favorite heroes to play. But man, he sucks in the lane.
I was wondering where this was going.
I feel like he used to be kind of okay in the lane, where he used to have like relatively high like HP regen compared to other heroes, and like
Yeah.
he felt like a tanky hero. But Dota has changed a lot since then. Everyone's not at like 400 health, you know? It's just he doesn't have that same. You can't just like poke and prod and be a bit of a nuisance. Now it feels like everyone just kind of ignores you early on. Aha! Genius play here from Rane. You mind flare my creep? I'll just bring the golem.
Oh, that's funny.
Radiant's
Holy,
Hey.
his brain is so big.
So it's just checking to see what camps they block. We have seen this sometimes versus Nick, where like they use an observer inside their own jungle to block up
Mhm.
what I think is the hard camp.
Yeah, stop him from just going over and farming that. It's also great at keeping an eye on where he's pulling the waves too, if he starts doing those shenanigans. The classic
Austin.
anti-Nyx board.
Another good top lane. Importantly, they're not going on to Boom though, so the static lick is really starting to add up, but Boom doesn't even have any kill threat by the looks of it. So only level 2, so Nande, once again with the help of Rhine, able to find another.
Yeah, level 1 Link is a sad spell. I mean, he's still got a last hit as Nande after a Link that long, you know?
That's
He's been doing his
impressive.
last hit trainer with the Kobold, right? It's, just it's fine. He's good.
It's so funny if this was actually a training practice from someone. Cobalt lost.
It's a good way to learn last hitting, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
There used to be a custom game for it.
What, Cobalt last hitting or last hitting in general?
No, Kobold last hitting. You play as the Kobold and you do your last hitting.
Come on, you're gonna make people think this is actually a good way to practice.
Why not? He's got 13 damage. The weakest Kobold.
It's so
So you do your last
unrealistic.
hits with a Kobold, you can last hit with anybody.
It's just so unrealistic.
Not right there.
Oh,
wait. Oh, I thought I found someone weaker, but never mind. It's 14 on the Fell Spirit. It's okay. Kobold still reigns supreme.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, after this game, I'll jump in. Practice on my
Yeah,
Cobalt
see how you
last
do,
hitting.
you know?
Yeah, yeah. I'll fall back afterwards.
That was the saddest rocket barrage I've ever seen. I don't even know if it got off.
Don't think.
Luckily, it
This
comes
one got
right
off.
back.
Yep, very sick cooldown. There's the big stick. But unfortunately... it's so... What?
Ain't no way.
Kill
Ain't no
him.
way.
No!
No!
Okay, pop the self. He's gonna die. Nande's TPing bottom? So the monk is here. Oh, sure, if you're gonna get some kills, it's a pretty good rotation from Nande. May even get Kaori. Infernal Blades back up, jump into the trees, spring on down. Interesting rotation out of the carry.
Dude, that's excellent because the wave was pushing in anyway. Like, he's not even going to miss much. I mean, Boom's going to have to do some big denying here. He won't miss a flag bearer creep. That kind of sucks. But it's worth it.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, no. They scanned the outpost. They thought they were going to stop him from TPing out, but Jari is a little bit slow at that, so now you've wasted 2 TPs down.
Yeah, that would have been very good. And now they're going to see him on their ward they have behind the tower anyway, too. Be like, yeah, he's back. Can confirm. And he'll be back in time for the Lotus. And with it being
Oh,
6 minutes,
man.
there's a lot of heroes mid for Dire. SV,
Oh, man. Oh,
D just hexed himself.
it did, but I think Sanctity should still die. You have to go for the long U-turn. Tries to turbo the Guna Blade. Even Boom's going to TP mid. He'll probably get a return kill onto the Shadow Shaman, but...
Wait.
Will he actually
Dude.
cost the clock? Last second? Okay, the strike is there. Boom.
His clocks are so good. It almost worked again.
They are also connecting to mid. Squad X going to run into 1. They'll be able to probably take the rune away. Maybe Squad X's life as well. Hero's going to be in with the Fire Blast. They need to get in front of Squad X. Unfortunately, that's still not going to be enough with the ability to be able to leap over the top.
Leapfrogging to safety. One of the many benefits of double jump.
Ooh, Sigma moment.
Rana
No
gonna get bullied
way.
out here, but yeah, Nande. He's on it.
Radiant are
Thank
scanning.
you. This really makes a lot of sense for Nande with how we've seen him play. Unfortunately, there goes his Orbital Corrosion. Ran it right through the tower.
Honestly, not a good one. Probably wouldn't recommend that. It's okay.
No, not great. Not great. All right, so taking stock of this game and where we're at right now, benefits for each team. Na'Vi, they don't have the top slot. It does belong to the Monkey King, but then right after we got Gyro, Razor, and Lina. So they're looking pretty solid on the cores. Now, they're not far behind on the side of Virtus.pro, but overall, Radiant have taken a bit of a lead here on these heroes. And Lina, obviously a very important hero for that Boots of Travel, because she's going to want to be getting involved with these Vendettas, and they're going to have to try and find this experience on Cubify to get him to level 6. They're actually gonna bring Shad mid and smoke. He doesn't have 6.
Okay. Very interesting move, and you would hate for Jesvid to pop the smoke. You need the Pango kill. And Pango... Oh, he got the rune already as well, so this is... Whoa! Come on, please kill him. Okay.
Really showing the nuisance of this facet in combination with the Hex. It's crazy how many times he's almost gotten out.
We've seen that a couple times, honestly, in these qualifiers. Whenever we have gotten the Shaman, we haven't seen it that much, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bit of a frustrating hero. Top lane, is there an opportunity on to boom? Nande's going to play with the Wukong's command. They do have the hasted up Pango starting to beeline to top. Try to play around with the Spike Carapace, but Boom's going to go down. The nuke is enough. Now they've still got the Rolling Thunder in the arsenal, and they're going to be good fit too. Virtus.pro. Well, they don't have the net worth lead at the moment, but I like how active they're being on the map.
Yep, Squadex, you know, give me last pick. Got his Pangolier. Looking great so far. Now eclipsing the Lina here as Sanctity is busy trying to finish up that Boots of Travel to move in towards the Aghanim Scepter, Flame Cloak around like we've seen all these Linas do. And try, again, to make some plays with this Nyx Assassin. Boom's going to go top, grab the wave. That's a lot of mixed XP. If this Nyx was able to just, like, plug himself up there, it would have been great. But he's going to have to find some experience elsewhere. Probably mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, Lina can't really completely stay in the jungle. Maybe you could
So Cubify
say-
juggles instead. Fair enough.
Yeah. Or maybe just kick Sanctity out. He's going to put to travel now. Brother, go make a move on the map. What are you doing in the lane? What are you saying? This is my lane now. No, he's...
He's getting there. One step at a time as we wait for the 10-minute rune.
Middle tower is under attack.
Gonna see another important rotation. Notice what he doesn't have anyone to play with. They were top instead.
Rolling Thunder is about to be back up here.
Radiant's middle tower is
Nande's
under
close to the mid lane. They could try and go for something on a Sanctity. But he's gone back up near Boom. He's just going to go farm.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower
I think-
is under attack.
With the status of this game that we're seeing so far from all the rotations, do you feel like this is going to force out a lot of like more early items? And I guess maybe like looking at the Gyrocopter, maybe the Razor
Dire's
in
middle
particular with some of their item builds.
Yeah. I was trying to think about that for the Monkey because he's going Battle Fury.
Oh,
So, like, he wants to be the big Monkey King. Like, we see this a lot with his position 1 Monkey. You can understand why. It gives him a lot of farm speed. He's all over the map, like an anti-mage with Simian Stride. But it does reduce his effectiveness in the early game. But I guess at least he has the Orbital Corrosion to sort of make up for it a little bit.
nice sentry placement.
That's one nice thing about Gyro, though, is that you can go these smaller items, and it's basically your normal build anyway, you know? Like Falcon Blade, Chrysalis into Ags. I mean, call Ags a smaller item, but it works well on the hero.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tabs on him. They're starting to move. It looks like maybe setting up a trap onto the Monkey. Even Shad is considering about coming through the portal as well on the Gyrocopter, but they would be taking a fight close to their tower. It would be maybe difficult for him to connect, and maybe he wants to continue to play for his own game. So we're still yet to see, which is a big issue currently for Na'Vi, is that how do they actually open up the map? Like, you need the Nyx Assassin to be able to go deeper into VP's jungle. Importantly, you also need Sanctity to feel safer to TP in, and currently they can't.
That's true, but at the same time, Virtus.pro haven't made any moves in the past couple minutes, and they swap spots essentially here with the net worth. Like, the Lina is farming very fast when they're not fighting. So,
Okay.
if you know, there is still also pressure on Virtus.pro because I feel like they have the fight advantage right now in a lot of ways, and they're not able to utilize that.
Might see that now. Rolling Thunder with the jump over the top. Nice use of the Vendetta. Cubify will waste 2 ultimates.
Just V might die for this. I would be very cautious. He's got to be baiting. He's got to know this Nyx wants him bad. But he's doing the full run down bottom.
Those would be nice. Slow down this Doom. They should be able to get him. They'll need the stun from Cubify. That's how they're going to start. Deep it down for Pego. They're going to be lacking the damage without the Vendetta kit. Now, Sanctity showed himself in front of the tower, and he's in danger. Tries to make it down to the low ground. He's going to be able to fly away. Nande with a leap over the top, trying to deal with Shap, but Nande will need to respect the magic damage. This is the advantage that Na'Vi are playing with. Now we got a 5-on-5 fight. Boom's even going to come as well. They'll split up the fight. Sanctity low, but playing from the high ground. Both sides lacking a little bit of damage as the Ignite flies on past. Desv surviving on a slither of health. Is no one gonna die?
Sanctity was like 60 or 70 XP away from having LSA that fight. That was the problem.
Doesn't happen.
No. Now he has it. Now, I mean, that's why he didn't LSA after that Nyx stun. Otherwise, I think they get the Doom. But, I mean, he was in max farm mode. That's why he was able to just farm so fast while they weren't fighting on the side of Virtus.pro, and Na'Vi had this opportunity to just, like, stay in the jungle. I mean, he is just Dragon Slave, Dragon Slave, Dragon Slave.
Nande, maybe
caught
this
here.
time the Vendetta's going to be able to work out. Only Rhine behind him, that's not enough. And look at the move. They were ready to go in case another fight broke out. Shad and Kaori already entered through the portal, anticipating some extra quick reinforcements with the teleport, but those moves will at least help guarantee a big kill onto Nande, slowing down the Battle Fury, and now giving them an opportunity to be able to open up the map finally.
Notice is coming through the Twin Gate right now. Squadix is here. They want this fight.
Notice runs straight to the Gyrocopter. Interesting positioning from Shad.
Interesting positioning.
Oh, I'm so surprised he ran that way.
I think he was thinking a fight is good for us, and then when the Doom is in your face, suddenly it's like, ah, bad. This is not a fight anymore.
Notice? Okay. They're coming through the portal though, VP. The wards will be cleaned up, but they'll stick around a little bit longer. I believe the Observer, they saw this and... maybe pop. Ward taken care of.
I mean, this
Alright,
is Vendetta
I
here.
We're fighting, apparently.
Oh, nice
Oh,
Carapace.
nice spike, Carapace. Cubify. Nande with the Wukongs could be a bit of an issue. They're going to be able to get out of range. Maybe the magic damage is the issue for Nande. Nande's just gone.
I don't know
The
why
Rocket
Virtus.pro's
Barrage
forcing
and
this.
Sanctity's nuke, that was massive, and yet VP forced the issue, and a fight that Na'Vi were licking their lips to take.
I don't think they can fight without Rolling Thunder right now. It seems so crucial. I guess he felt like he's strong because he's the defusal, but yeah, not when there's going to be a Carapace like that. Very well done. It's really interesting that this has essentially been a rather defensive Nyx in a lot of ways. Like, they're not invading into enemy territory that often, really. It's more about just ensuring that you have the good Carapaces and the ability to kind of like face tank a little bit of this early aggression from Virtus.pro and give some space to your Lina and your Razor in that case. And now he's got BKB. So Razor feeling a lot better about that. Ags is done for the Lina. Oh, the Virtus.pro, they had so many good things going for a while there, and now this lead has just ballooned to 4K for the side of Na'Vi, and we're approaching, getting close to 20 minutes. You start thinking about Roche. They're not the best Roche lineup on Na'Vi, but they're not the worst, You got maxed out Bloodlust. Jaro has Ags. It's not terrible.
How's Nande's farm looking? Over another monkey. Because I feel like...
Not great.
Not great, okay. No battle.
Bad. Yeah, no Battle Fury quite yet. He's only a couple hundred gold away, though.
This
Cubify is drawing the big line here. He's going way back.
I'm really seeing the aggressive vendetta, like you've been saying.
The Battle Fury Courier. Maybe. The Stars could align here. No, not quite.
There we go. Nande's got his farming accelerant.
Of course, now that gives a Carapace option to Cubify, maybe. Nyx sitting under a sentry. Will he test it?
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Fuel for my fire.
Chill. Game's got to slow down a little bit. Navi, imagine getting towards some of their items as well. Shatter's not had to leave the bottom lane. He's happily set up down here. Sanj and Yasha, great item this game. Maybe expecting that there's going to be something aggressive into the lane. You already have Boom setting up. Cubify's going to come back down bottom as well. Well, it'll be where the power rune in the fight location.
Yeah, this is good itemization from the Gyro when you have a mid Lina. Because we talked before about how Shad last game was like the damage, you know? Like he's the one who just has to do it in some of these situations. Not this time. That helped the Lina tag up a bit.
The vision the Nyx Assassin is providing them, it means that Boom is just going to be able to charge down the Doom. And this will be a freebie, and probably Jesvi as well can't poke his head up when Boom has stolen this much damage.
There's no fight here. This is an amplified damage. Lina has the shard, so the damage is just out of control right now. This is peak Lina at the moment. So Razor does all the damage to that fight, and then Sancty's just there to back it up and make sure that there is no hope for you to try and turn that one.
Really like how they're playing with this Nyx Assassin. Feel like the vision that we're seeing from Cubify. It's not these aggressive picks, but previously, again, you mentioned the defensive vendettas have really been good anticipating the invasion like into Shad's farming territory, but now we've started to see him with the map open up with the 3 T1 towers taken. He's been able to scout out a little bit, use that information. That was a big thing why they were able to get those 2 pickoffs just then. So we'll see where he continues to go. Vendetta is back up, and we'll see where he wants to hunt.
It's so hard for Virtus.pro to start good fights as well right now because they're going Ags into Blink on the Pango. There's no Blink on the Doom. There's Shadow Shaman's working on a Blink, but even when Shadow Shaman gets Blink, it's not this, like, you know, easy answer. Sentry's going to spot Cubify.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Hey, oh, what? What, really? I mean, this is forcing it pretty heavily, and Navi are ready to respond. Maybe it's actually an opportunity. Boom doesn't get the greatest static link with the BKB used early. Shad is not here for the team fight, but they're going to lose the Shaman. Quick nuke from Sanctity. Nande is waiting on the trees, trying to find the opening for the Wukongs. Jumps over the top, holds Sanctity down at the secret shop. And now the Doom over to the right side. Nande should be able to catch up, especially when we got the Hurricane Pike dragged back from Natus. They gonna go though? No, they're not. Maybe respecting Shad. Haven't seen him for a while.
That's massive, though. I mean, that's really going to help them get into this lead a bit. They're getting the kill streak on top of Nande and also just getting her off the map for a little bit. Because he is just non-stop hitting everything right now with all the spells on this Lina and just farming up a storm. I don't think it's going to sway them from any sort of these objectives, unfortunately, since they can probably just still move into Roche pretty soon after Lina comes back. And maybe it helps them get their own Tormentor, though. And the most important thing is that Squadix is getting closer to this Blink. Because he finished the Ags. He's 1,400 gold away from the Blink Dagger. That's probably the most important item in the game for them right now. Dire are scanning, wondering, hey, are they at our Wisdom Rune? They're not. All right, cool. Can we do this? Can we come take our Tormentor? Because we just lost Squadix. Never mind. Yikes. Vendetta, baby.
Yes, sir. Makes Dota so difficult to play. Really changes the game.
They have so many sentries across the river, but on the side of the Radiant, we got like none on the Dire.
Yeah.
And they're going to drop one now, trying to find a ward potentially, but... And now... I mean, they're checking for the Wisdom Rune, but they're just going to commit for the Tormentor.
Shard. George.
Nice. Fire shield's great.
Not a bad one indeed to get. They still got their own wisdom that Na'Vi going to go back and claim.
Radiant's middle
And this lead is growing. VP struggling to stop the bleeding. Nande's finding farm. But we are going to need a stellar performance. And he has been great for them so far in the qualifiers. But this is a really, really big ask for him.
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice. He has to go BKB here. It's really the only option to perhaps give them a chance in these fights. We're going to have to make sure we're landing a Doom on one of these key targets. And the big item, though, the Pango Blink, it's coming. Just got slowed down a little bit.
Who is that target you feel like for the Doom as well? You said one of these key ones is...
Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty hard to get the Lina. That's the dream, obviously, but there's no Blink Dagger. So, Gyro is probably the best possible one, I guess, right? Because Razor is a very difficult hero to make good use of the Doom. And, okay, they're going to drop the wards. Surprised the Radiant weren't able to grab this. This is a nice take.
Nande almost got his portal rotation, whatever you want to say, cancelled. The Nyx was able to scout it at the last second, but he wasn't able to stop that. And now this has given a lot of time for Roche. It's, I believe, going to go down before a fight, and they should be able to get out as well. I think you want to avoid.
That's the question, yeah. Can you get out?
Yeah, they're out. Really nice move from Virtus.pro. That is everything you need for them to get back into this game. Probably gives you now 5 minutes to just avoid Na'Vi. Like, do you feel like maybe if there is an ideal situation, you try and take a fight, or would you just like to see them? Okay, yep.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, you take advantage of this Aegis, you move around, you know, you be aggressive with Nande. I think just sitting back isn't going to work that well for you because of the speed at which this Lina farms. Just V's going to catch, boom, but remember, there's a BKB after this if he needs it. Nobody's here to help. Oh, Cubify. If he sees this jump from Nande. Oh, never mind, there's a sentry.
What?
Huh? Okay.
Oh, the orbit. Was it? Yeah, okay, the orbit version. That confused me. I'm like, how did he get the parapet? I was so confused.
I think he's still sticking around here. Maybe thinking of something, but I don't know. They're not worried about it alongside Na'Vi. Amplified damage rune is down bottom. That would be a nice thing to try and grab here. Not again, still close.
It's massive that they see Sanctity. Who's about to fly to the high ground, but they are underneath the ward. The things will come out. Nice read from Virtus.pro. But they were getting scouted. They were trying to set up their own trap, but Na'Vi had the higher intel.
They have such good vision right now. Like, they see Squadix now getting the blink delivered to him from the courier. They're able to see inside that dire jungle to confidently move up here. They get another forward ward.
I mean, they are itching for a fight. They feel like they can take with the edges, but Notice is split
Notice.
away from the team. You need Notice. You need this. Doom is not going to be able to activate the pipe. Nande with a Hail Mary jump into the middle. Somehow Sanctity's fallen low. They've dealt with Sanctity. Meanwhile, Shad as well. On the outskirts of the Wukong's command, Shad's going to try and tip you up, but the BKB should be able to cover the damage. It's not enough, but Virtus.pro are clawing their way back into this final game.
They get that Rolling Thunder onto the Lina. I mean, this is one issue with the Lina. She does become this glass cannon where they don't tend to want the BKBs early because you're supposed to rely on the Aegis. You know, that's generally what happens. Is you can maybe grab that, or you're able to stand so far back because you have the confidence of one of your other cores having the Aegis, but they weren't able to grab that for their squad. I can't believe that that fight ended up going their way after losing the Doom instantaneously.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
I don't know why this just hit me, but this is like, to see these two organizations in this current position where like BP and Na'Vi have been really the orgs in Eastern Europe for like pretty much all of Dota. And then you take a look, I think Eastern Europe is, I would argue, I think the best region at the moment with Bepboom, Paravision, and Spirit.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
And then you take a look at like these BP and Na'Vi orgs, like they are not the ones who are qualifying and contesting these winning. Like Bepboom just won, Paravision just won, and it's crazy to see though. Like BP and Na'Vi have like such different rosters that you would ever expect. Like there is no one from the old guard that is stuck around. Like, this is young blood, Western Europe as well for, in particular, Na'Vi, I suppose Nande a little bit. It's just so interesting to see, like, these really two old organizations have been a staple in Eastern Europe with completely different rosters.
Such such fan favorite organizations right now, like Paravision. Yeah. My favorite, Gary Chrysalis.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Shout out to Remco. That's play your heart out, win a tournament. Adios, payasos, as they say in Dota 2.
That is a that is a big yikes.
I did such a double take when I saw that announcement. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of people did as well.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. We go. Poppy was right. Remco was right. You know, we'll see where we wind up.
I mean, it just puts us in a very interesting position with this next land.
Exactly. It's
Pressure
hype.
for Satanic. Yeah, it really is. And you know Christus is going to be sitting on the sidelines. He's going to be... He's full-time streamer, he said now. For a little bit. He's going to be streaming watching the game.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Is he?
Oh, maybe he didn't say full-time streamer, but I think he said
But he's going to
benched,
stream.
And then, yeah, he said benched and then streaming or something. There was something else, but I don't...
Oh, nice. That's cool. I mean, he's got to wait. You know, he's going to see how the next round of things go. Good news, it's not TPC, so in theory, he can be picked up whenever.
BP? Can you be here? Like, you kind of won the last team fight, but I don't know if you want it that convincing to be on Na'Vi's side of the map. And now with the Aegis dying under the tower, they're going to be able to set up with a stun. Nante's gone. How did they get cocky all of a sudden? You barely won the last fight. Could you be at the front of the T2 tower? They are forcing the issue, and well, they have the complete wrong read. They're going to be able to get noticed. Rhine TP's out, but I don't know about this decision.
It's Nande again with the Aegis, my bro. It's the exact same thing. The no BKB on the Aegis respawn.
True.
He's getting hit by these earth spikes from the Lion and now the impale from the Nyx Assassin. It just covers him on the respawn, and so it's not a thing. Again, we talked about this last time, but you can't just like Q BKB when you're respawning. You have to just mash it essentially, and if it's layered on like the impale, then you stunned.
Honestly, we were yapping away, and I didn't notice. Like, it hit me at the last second when I saw a fight to break, and I'm like, hey, this is like Radiant's T2 tower. Well, what are VP actually doing here? It didn't really click, and then I'm like, this probably shouldn't be here.
I mean, I like the idea of using the Aegis to pressure there. It's just they didn't have everyone, and they weren't prepped in a position to fight. Now it's now the next Aegis, if that goes Navi's way, you're feeling like you've got a serious problem, because Gyro was really tanky at this point. Is looking in towards the looks like the Satanic after this. Oh, sorry, the Butterfly. My bad. Butterfly's almost done, actually. But I guess versus the Doom, right? Don't want to rely on the Satanic. Makes sense. We'd already talked about that. Boots of Travel 2 for the Lina. So, again, still full fast cannon mode. Still the possibility to just annihilate Sanctity in these fights. Certainly a vulnerable hero, but here comes the bots too.
I believe Radiant haven't observed what they'd see the Enchantress and Pain Girl on the opposite side of the map. They will maybe smoke to that ward or invade aggressively into the triangle, knowing that this Publisim hero is not playing behind Notice, gets out of range of the Spike Carapace, still Sanctity is flying over towards him. They go in, it's an opportunity for the Rolling Thunder. Nade's in a great position for the Wukongs, but they need the control, and it's just not there. It'll come through now at the last second, which does give them 2 support kills. Oh, wait, he died to a neutral. Are you serious?
Oh, nice. Creep's helping out there. There's 93 damage from the Satyr. He hits hard, you know?
The scaling Satyr.
Yeah, punching. That's actually the fault of the Ench. Yeah, exactly, because of Rabble Rouser. 52% damage increase. Damn. The counterplay.
Another innate I forgot about.
That one's hilarious. If you don't have life steal, it's just so annoying to juggle. As a support, that is, obviously, you know, we're just trash.
Sanctity. Roots of Travel TP in. Notice going to be able to get the Doom off at his dying breath. Jesvi drops the wards as well. And Nande's also going to be in the midst of it. Shadow's going to try and attempt to do what he can with the Gyrocopter with Flat Cannon, starting to rain down a lot of damage, but Virtus.pro will eke out another decent trade.
Good choice to just keep running, though. Do not try and turn this back on Chad just because he's low on resources, because QBFY is coming.
He's coming quick.
Radiant
Okay,
are
goes.
soaring.
What are we looking for? Wisdom, maybe?
No
up to
shard
30
here from the
seconds?
edge. There's no jump up.
Wukong's is back up. Shad, can you actually... Shad? Not respecting the potential ultimates, but he's got BKB. He's going to be okay. They'll lose the Ogre. There's a buyback out of Jesvi, though.
Squadux gets into a pothole there, but eventually gets out. All right, Roche is a long spawn. Oh, that is bad luck for Virtus.pro. That's an early spawn. That is massive for them. The Tormentor is back up, so they should at least be able to secure that before this giant wall of Na'Vi moves in again. Man, we have seen this so many times in these Na'Vi games. Or sorry, in these Lina games, though. This hero, she's huge, she's massive, she's all this damage, but the refusal to buy defensive items, citing just the overwhelming glass cannon potential of the hero, has really hurt them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it works, it looks incredible. It's just they can so quickly die. And, I mean, as they should, they're scouting the Roche because they know they need this. They cannot give this up. It is so bad for the Doom having to fight into the Roche every time. You just try to use your spells versus it, and the Aegis is just a disaster. But unfortunately, it's a late spawn. Now, the Radiant don't know this. They're going to force an engagement. There is Wukong's and 5 BKBs back up. There's no Doom for 18. They have the potential to scout with the Ench, with her creeps, so they're not at a total loss if they leave the area.
Honestly, I kind of want to see that wolf stay alive.
Yeah, Radiant have no forward vision right now, so they don't know what's going on. Well, they see the Pango.
Don't go away. They're going further away from the pit, though, continuing to lose control of the area. The Monkey's really got to be careful. Nande's going to get scouted out. It might be an early BKB. Out of Boundless away. Boom's actually the one.
Yeah, he
uses
saves
the-
his BKB.
Well done. Now they instantly re-smoke on Virtus.pro.
Cubify. Any detection other than there's a gem on Pango. Okay.
Good buyback. Every single hero doesn't have this. They're kind of rolling thunder for the next assassin. Okay, and Radiant have actually left the area.
Yeah,
So
they
they
have
feel like-
nullified.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yippee!
Roche. Okay, it's go time. They have a ward over here as well on the Dire, so they actually see if they move through here. Are they going to come out and fight them? What's the plan? They're running
I'm not
in.
sure,
Fire
bro.
shield. Razor TP. Roche down.
So they look to get out like we saw last time. Did they scan? Okay, I thought they scanned Jesvi. I don't know if they did, but he TP's out. Or other heroes
What about the
make it.
Tormentor, though? Are they going to try and fight this? Because everyone's pinging it right now. BKB's still not back on Boom for 15 seconds as the fight breaks out right now.
You are fighting 4v5 and you may need to give this up, even with the ages. Cubify is not with the team, though. Nande is reaching some scary territories on this Monkey King. He is
Yes.
absolutely massive. And even behind the Gyrocopter, but I am kind of more worried about the Monkey King than the Gyro at this stage.
Yeah, especially, you know, we get into another Roche, maybe the Ags. Can always get a little bit ridiculous. Who's taking the rune? Notice. Notice is only level 16. Wow. Doom is
struggling.
way behind.
Difficult game
look
for
at-
him.
Yeah, definitely need. I mean, he is. I mean, he was under his Ench. Oh,
Look at
actually,
the
maybe
Ench.
he also got the Wizard. Never mind. Speaking of Ench, yeah, yep.
A
little bit of
awkward with the
venison
combo.
here.
Yeah, look at the kill. Codex as well, rolling thunder, not going to catch up. Drive by on the double bounty, won't see that. Gets a glimpse of Cubify. Radiant are kind of in the neighborhood, Boom's away from them. Oh, force off in aggressively. They got a pretty good observer ward. And they will recognize this Virtus.pro again, cutting their losses. I believe it dieback. Death Climber for the Shaman.
Feels like Virtus.pro are just holding on every time they get this Aegis. If they were to give it up, I really feel like the Na'Vi just walk it down. And Daedalus Gyro,
Dire's top tower
almost
is
level
under
25 as well.
Dire's structures
Ay, ay, ay.
are fortified.
I hear an E-Blade. We got to blink out.
We go. Bloodlust Fire Shield. Underneath the Observer Ward, they're going to be able to get a glimpse of the Lina. They should be able to bring her down. They don't even have to commit the Doom as well, which is important. Boundless Strike doesn't get out of range of the Static Link. Nade's still going to try and play over the Wukongs. Nade's fully incredibly low, but it's going to be up to Shad now. Only carry left standing here from Na'Vi. Squad X with the drive-by. They want to stalk their prey. They don't have the greatest resources from Virtus.pro. Shad has still got BKB as well, and they will respect this VP. Happy with what they've gotten.
Are scanning.
You can imagine if you have just one of these saving heroes paired with this Lina, how much harder this game would be. But right now, if you just get one tag onto the Lina, it feels like she's just dead. Like, they can use their BKBs, they can use the Rolling Thunder, they can just guarantee that we will kill this Lina, you know? Like, it's, you have no way to stop them from doing it.
And I thought she was going to be a little bit safer this game, but 5 deaths, we are continuing to see that number add up in a lot of these fights. And Boom as well is a little bit more killable than I was expecting.
Well, very interesting, too. The Mindbreaker now picked up from Nande, so no way for you to deal with that as the Lina.
Extra damage, too, I always forget. The thing that it provides. Shad's got his own Mindbreaker.
It's very close to 25. Clean up some of these creeps here to get it.
There we go. Black Cannon cooldown. Lead is dropping, 7,000. Very manageable position. Importantly, Nande also has his own 25.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah, it feels like this gold lead has been the same for the past 20 minutes. It's just hovering around 8. You know, it goes up a little bit, it comes back down. Goes out. Yeah, there you go. They are keeping it close here on Virtus.pro, but still unable to get it back to even.
Yep.
They're waiting for that one big fight.
But how do we feel about their lineup, though? I feel like it's a little bit better scaling, and mainly because of the supports. Like, I'm not sure if we're going to really feel that Nexus happening. Incredibly ambitious. What was that? That is, yeah, the one support. Like, your scaling on the Nyx is quite limited, especially when we start to see everyone group up. The vision game is not as strong as what it used to be. I feel like the Ogre as well is really just like a Bloodlust Fire Shield block, which is okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the scaling?
I mean, obviously, dire side for sure. Like,
Okay.
the more items you're getting on the Ench and the Shadow Shaman is just gonna get better and better. Shadow Shaman also opens up these like win scenarios off of good team fights with like the wards, or he can even be doing his cheeky little split push that we see sometimes from this hero in the late game. Just the consistency of the initiation is also the big thing, because he's not great early, but he's reached that point now. He has the blink, he has the Aether Lens. His range is good. He's forcing out these Lincoln Spheres alongside the Doom. But it's really hard because of the Boundless Strike, I think. You know? It's a very frustrating initiation to try and deal with when you don't really have the save from your ally.
Yeah.
And you can't buy save unless you get all the way to a Wind Waker, which is obviously pretty difficult for an Ogre or a Nyx Assassin unless they commit a long time ago.
Yeah. Not getting this item. This Ogre maybe had a Midas.
But now you're talking.
You a Ogre Midas enjoyer? I know that some people actually feel like this is the way to build it on support.
I think it's a good like third item maybe in pro matches. I think that like right now I think would be a good time to go for it. You've got your Force, you've got your Solar. Midas would be fine.
VP, without the Aegis, first time that they've actually been the ones looking to enter Navi's side of the map. Navi seem to have the read. Nande's not going to hesitate with a jump in the middle. Look at him playing around though, forcing out an early BKB from Shad. And the crits of the Squad X, he's going to be cautious about rolling into the middle, tries to leap for the low ground, he's gone. They got the Panker, but the response is there. Nande's Wukongs will also find 2 kills, but the Enchantress runs to try and secure the gem. And he will be met from an LSA.
Feather's getting him out?
Jesus, is he out?
Nah.
No, it's not.
He's dead.
Man, Nande almost died as well to the next assassin here.
So that fight was really interesting because Lina was basically stuck on the high ground doing nothing. It was just gyro. Like, she ignored that fight. Just waiting, like, if they came in any deeper, Sanctity was sitting there ready, waiting to go. But because of the terrain in which that battle was fought in, Flat Cannon just went nuts.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What is the... Okay, get the blessing on Shad. And what is the next item for him? He does not mind about an early rapier. I'm not saying now, but I'm just letting everyone know that he is not shy from doing it. It looks like the Swift Blink is what is going to be the item for him.
Yeah, he's going full on aggression.
Okay.
Doesn't want to risk the doom with the satanic.
Kind of respect. I mean, we've seen the Shaman Enchantress, if they've got the vision, if he just jumps in, it could be with one round of the Flak Cannon, both these supports could just be dead on VP.
Yeah, most certainly. And this time it does go Virtus.pro's way, at least in terms of the luck department for when this Roach is going to spawn. It is a little bit later. It's going to give them some time to perhaps get out of here on the map. It will still be on that Radiant side, though, for a minute when it spawns.
I'll be leave this area though. Try and smoke and walk down the lane.
We need to get the shard on Rune with his Mage Slayer. Try and get some more debuffs going. He's working on it next. But that could be something that really helps some of these engagements. Percent-based reduction at this point in the game is pretty ridiculous versus Razor, Lina, and Gyro. A super value Mage Slayer game.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Finger
attack.
into just a little bit forward. They will occupy an important location on the map. The home of Dire's Triangle. Giving them access towards the T2 tower down bottom. Dire have a pretty decent ward on the far right side, which might scout them if they look to position on this location, but they will actually just continue to walk away.
Virtus.pro have become extremely dependent on Wukong's command right now. Like that's really what's happening. I mean, you're just seeing the tankiness of all of these Na'Vi cores just go up and up and up. I mean, even the Lina at this point is at, 26 armor. She passes through her tower and 3,000 HP, so like 21 armor base. She is hard for them to deal with outside of Wukong's. Like we have the chainsaw that's happening with the help of the Pango, just like rolling through and everything, good positioning because of the Blink Dagger, but we need these bashes to hit from the Pango. We need them to stay locked inside the Wukong's command if you want to have a good chance at these fights. Maybe that's why the refresher looks so important right now.
Good item.
Yeah. And it will be a refresher as well on this Roche because they're going to take this way too fast for Virtus.pro to have any hope of contesting, and I'm sure they know this. They're going top in the hopes that they're not Roaching right now, and Roche is going to move, but unfortunately that window has closed for them. They could try and catch them at the Twin Gate if they came through, but they're instead just going to run into the Radiant jungle. It looks like might be the plan.
Oh boy. Refresher shot on Sanctity.
They're not sure what they want to
blade.
do. Oh, Sanctity took it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Double
Aegis on...
flame cloak's kind of scary.
Yes. A lot of bursts. Speaker Refresher, notice just bought his own as well in the orb.
Ooh, okay.
Ease of execution, Navi's side for sure, I think.
Like, the fight just looks easier. Not just because they're richer, but Gyro just needs to Swift Blink and Flat Camp. That is his job.
I'm really worried.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Potential, like, Nyx sense if he gets too close to the Defender's Gate. Nyx is not currently there.
We've got to see Natus on this Doom. How does he want to play
Okay.
it?
They'll drop the first Wukong. Shad's falling low, but a force out. He will live, so they do not get to poke down the Aegis live.
Wukong's is so much damage. It's absurd.
This is under award.
Middle tower.
What I mentioned previously, they're starting to fly out of the base. One day they get a
that's
glimpse of
Aegis.
him. Found the
Oh, the
Soba.
save!
He did pop the PKP. Cubify. Keeps Shad alive, and Anani's in a lot of danger without the Wukong's to play with. He is gone. He's got a buyback. Squad X is doing a great job with the rolling thumb. The Doom's got a flying over the left side as well. They're controlling Sanctity's Lina. But there is nobody in control to stop her from escaping the opportunity for Na'Vi. One more fight. They just need to get the stragglers, and they're going to be able to do so with the missile bonks down Squad X. He's got a buyback at least. They will still clean up Sanctity as well.
So close, man. Oh, they do not have the damage without Wukong's. Like, really, that's what it feels like. And Sanctity's just waiting for the buyback bots too. If Virtus.pro try anything too crazy to try and just end this, end this push, then you can go the all-in on Na'Vi for sure. I feel good about it, I think, right now.
Has Doom used Refresher?
He has, yeah.
Oh. So you are giving up a... I mean, it's Megas, I suppose. You can take a fight on the respawn of the Pango. We got creeps. They're coming. Oh, they are a little bit away.
Not needed, though, turns out. And Nande, after his buyback, is trying to get the refresher.
Gonna have to make a call, though.
He's coming back home.
Are we going game 3 against Megas, or are we going to stop them from getting it? The buyback's there from the Pangolier, but Chad doesn't want to leave. Commit all or nothing. They got Nande. Nande jumped in and did pop PKP. No! He's been the carry that qualifies. With the last 2 team fights, they needed more out of him, and they didn't get it. Now it's up to the rest of the team. They're trying to turn. It's a good rolling thunder, but it's just not good enough. Chad, an aggressive blinker to the middle. Even wants to fountain dive Shad. Okay. And they get him on the respawn. PKP's on cooldown. And Jesvi's in a really good position as well. Full duration shackle. Poke and prod. Rhine's damage is good for the Enchantress. Chad is gone, but he's got a buyback, and he could use it to completely end the hopes of VP making it, and he will. Jesus, drop the Na'Vi. They will eliminate Virtus.pro and move over. We got some more chats. I don't know what Cubify's saying, but they're going to move on. Clown.
Ooh!
Oh, this is spicy.
GG Smiley.